Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me, I can tell her it's not that. He say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up. I'm the #1 candidate. I'm a #1 like you say. Set pay. Used to kick boot on the estate.
Awesome. It saved it. Fucky last night, so it kicked me out middle of the game.
I was OT, shutting down shows from A to B, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking
Welcome back to TIAA Bank Field on the shores of the St. Johns River in Jacksonville, Florida. We're in the third quarter now with the Jaguars in possession of the football. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
I keep thinking B
and able to get
square.
this one across the 45 before he's
Don't know
brought
why.
down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Okay.
Here's Foles. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. This is caught inside the 15.
You know what's funny is I meant to press X.
For a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Almost a double perfect.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 42-0.
42. Jaguars nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future? There he goes, left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Wow.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
No
Part
good
of why
run.
that play works is because the defense has to
Done for
freeze
3.
because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off
my
or
fault.
keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter.
Temperature
They've
contained.
had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Lawrence.
Back
They'll be
where you were.
taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Best in the fucking industry, brother. Turn right.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Jones.
Almost
Nice
missed it
work
30.
on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Foles. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boom.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2
I want to get
here.
50 flat.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And boy, talking about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Kick off deep right.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
That was a good kick.
And no chance to get
Really
away
good
as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Cover 3
But the
cloud.
disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now Lawrence. That would complete downfield to Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Lawrence, and that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 5.
What? They went out of bounds. That should have stopped the clock, no?
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now second and 5. Here we go. Lawrence. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, shit. Damn, AI's been doing good. I didn't do nothing that whole time. After...
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Yikes.
What?
Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards.
There he goes, right side. Joe
no
Mixon.
Shot.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Wow.
Joe Mixon.
Wow.
With touchdown number 27.
With
that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bengals extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
He said, what?
McPherson now for the extra point.
So if I lose this point, right, that means I'm back into the 7th. Oh shit, I fucked up.
And
no
this one
shot.
was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, some strong running. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. B.J. Hill in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
I've seen from that dude's clips. I thought it was a little...
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here we go. Lawrence will throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The fact I got through
there of 22 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bengals add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Holy shit. No.
And McPherson on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Right at you.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that?
It could have been a lot worse.
And in this
That was about to be a lot worse.
The best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Can't get to choose what I wanted.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Ah!
Looking for Jones,
No
and it's
shot.
intercepted. And bulldozing his way through. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive
my
side of the
70.
football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
We're going to go
defense
for
more
2,
than did its
quote
job. Now the
We're
offense
going
is
to run
summoned
back
onto
to
the
our
field as they'll
touchdown.
go for 2.
Ball.
They'll let Mixon try and run
I
it in.
couldn't get
And
turned
maybe
around
measure of
fast
revenge
enough.
there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know
I
we could
guess I've
sit
been
up
fucking with your
here
stats there.
and dance
Sorry.
around it a little bit.
What? Who's texting me? I got a restroom. I got a restroom too. So let's do that, and I don't know. I wish I could fucking show something. Whatever. Okay. Back in this motherfucker. Pretty much. I just got through this whole way, actually. Okay. Pass for 300 plus yards. Almost there. Higgins 150 record. Shit.
For 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of...
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
You tell me none of you could have grabbed that fucking thing?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Mixon on the counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, that'll... Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring
go ahead and stop that clock.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On 3rd down, Mixon dancing away at the 35.
Go, Mixon.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Hey, Smith.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for 2nd place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And, partner, he now just sits one behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record. But we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Goodness.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Trey
Hendrickson in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Lawrence to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
That's game.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bengals, they continue to keep pace for their first round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile for
20 yards, dude. I needed 20. What can you do? 20 off.
I can't fade away. Baby, I've been too turned, I don't care about what a hater say. Dark skin, thick, I like the so I named the bay. I'm in it every day. New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on going, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Diego.
Go.
God. All these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. All these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Got a dime piece for me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. They don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego. Solitaire. Earrings, they be shining, keep me blinded. Ain't met up, yeah, I can't. Since I got rich, she say I'm just cause I took her on the island. The money keep on piling. Better talk nice. Fell in love with the fettuccine, ain't about that, can't talk twice. Now they pray on my downfall, everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let them in, jack it off, rich, so I'm off life. God. All these diamonds on me, go, just like Diego. God. All these shooters on me, just go, just like Diego. God. Got a dime piece with me, she gon' go, just like Diego. God. They don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego.
Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up. You the type to pay hitters. Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up. You the type to pay hitters.
Who's the best MC? Cole, Kendrick, and me. Instead of comparing the three, let us exist in peace. I'm really just getting started. You've only witnessed the tease. 10,000 steps ahead as I choke on it. 2017 was my moment of truth. I was a year away from not being known as a youth. Approaching manhood. Peach fuzz covered my chin. Even then, I would leave rap going with the wind. I'm not a Muslim, so why would I lie or pretend? I'm not too good at following trends. I am the trend. I am the truth. I am the God. I am the Zen. There is no way around it. My just make amends. These flows are coated golden. If you then I must be the cold and exploding. What the commode is. Real soon they're gonna have to mention Mr. Clay the magician with the greatest of Drizzy, Drakes, and Wheezies, Andres and Jiggers, Pac, Biggie, and Nas, Face Mob, Easy and Raekwon. It's easy to say these things looking for clout, but this is non-fiction. The proof's in the pudding, it's none missing. You and your opinion, you can stick that up your... I jumped to touch the sky and landed on planet Uranus. Houston, we got a problem. No need to look for solutions. I'm stacking Eisenhowers. Deceased presidents in the wall in my residence as I increase stepping on ballin' forever while kissing the sweet melanin of a broad that I met in the Netherlands. Address me as Marcus Clay, the developing veteran. That's why I got no time to sleep. I gotta creep the late night to get this cake debate right. I'm thinking real estate licenses.
Okay, so I was in the right spot. It's just a return. Why? Uninjured. Okay, for real. Okay. You just don't want to come back. You're the only uninjured person. He's probably done. Yeah. You should be out. There's whatever.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate telomerase. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe. throwing off the vibe, man, I don't got time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. Yeah, what's good like making? In the making, a young tycoon that's sick and tired for it and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate. Then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't got time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Jamar Chase. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Bengals and the Colts.
All right. Let me check something. Okay, here we are. Game plan staff goals. 300 offensive yard. Okay, so we just need 300 offensive yards. We don't need to pass allow under 200 yards. Okay. Oh, 2 or less touchdowns, okay. Oh, 24 points, that's 2 touchdowns, okay. Well. If we can't do the 2 touchdowns, we have to do the 24 points. Oh, let's go.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led onto the field by their 6'6" quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Now Foles. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Cross country.
2 yards to go, second down. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
Okay, there's no reason why the
I think a lot
Birds
of
should be
credit
in.
has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Bengals at 11-1 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
There we go.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score.
We're facing towards the river.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Kentucky, here you go.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start on the ground. Knifes his way forward here.
Smash your boy. I smash your boy.
Down. The numbers on Moss from last week's game. 21 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again here with Moss. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. They're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return is Jones. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Shallow fall.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Bulls throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, You're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that.
I shit on Tennessee, so I don't think that's going to be a worry. You would have said something like the team that actually struggled with a little bit, then yeah, all right.
Is a first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes two to tango. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Partners, not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Drew Sample, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Upset alert.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. A handoff to Moss on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Talk about this Bengals defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. You're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Right back to Moss.
Right where you were.
That time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run,
Didn't you just
not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, here's a run with Moss. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that,
I didn't even let
this
him get
pass
a
rush.
chance.
They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, no two ways around it. Anytime you get the current #1 and #2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such,
30
but for
or
trying to
25.
establish yourself as the team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Well, that's the thing, brother.
Back to throw.
Not the button I wanted,
Working
but
the middle here,
sure,
that's complete to Sample, the tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Get the ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
Here's Foles. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 14. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down from the right hash. This a 31-yard attempt.
Yes, sir.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
Coach, get the ball out there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, they'll start out with Moss. And a short pickup to about the 25. Here's 2nd and 7.
This is just...
Richardson looking to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by William Wilson, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. Foles. And he floated one out there incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
I had something in my head, so.
2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Yeah, I'm not
Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
My miss.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
That's the leftovers pair. Coming out.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Steps away to his left, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Under pressure, they got him again. Trey Hendrickson in there for sack number 22 on the year. And folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Trying middle.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Jones on the return. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
Okay. There you go.
They'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Richardson to throw. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Richardson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Foles throw into the hands of Sample. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Finds through, and now a crease. He's going to go out of bounds, but
Over
he
the
takes
camera
this
guy.
one down just shy of the 20. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what?
Sure will do.
Has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Mixing up the middle.
Dang.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That makes no sense. You've got to understand your situations. You're in a goal-to-go situation, and instead you're dancing around, and instead of staying at least where you were, you end up losing yards for your team.
Yeah, and now I'm going to get another touchdown and the extra point.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Richardson back to throwing. He finds his man complete. It's McKenzie. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as they're going.
So, Matt, 20 left? Yep.
Lead here to start quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Let's go now.
Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. Richardson hit and he fumbles it. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st First and goal at the 3-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in.
No!
He got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts set to take over here offensively. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. On first down, Richardson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DJ Reader getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Richardson working from the gun. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's...
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. Here's Jones. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go. 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. But it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps. because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
On second down, here's Mixon. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
Money Mac. Bow, bow. Oh,
and he'll get him just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Richardson.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Nowhere to go here. He loses the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be ball dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Logan Wilson providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And they will take a knee here.
That's the game.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
I'd be worried about redoing this season on our difficulty against them.
Yeah. If I did it, then I did it right. Yeah. This ain't happened for me overnight. Yeah. Bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Yeah. Down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah. So ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah. What? When you pop it, they don't wanna slice. Okay. Greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah. Mediocre, that just won't suffice. Better now than ever. Ain't no cracking under pressure. The boy's clever. If I did it, it was stellar. Nobody fresher. Stop complaining, man, my head hurts. These catchy records ain't nothing really but a walk in the park for me. Heard the catalog, you know I got some scars on me. Just getting started, you don't really wanna start with me. It's John Kill, I would sacrifice a heart in me for family, high roller. But you wouldn't know it by the way that I wrote up. Career lifespan looking good, it ain't slowing. One after another, man, I just keep going. Keep going. Yeah, if I did it, then I did it right. This ain't happened for me overnight. Bet against me, you gon' pay the price. Down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah. So ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah. When you poppin', they don't wanna slice. Yeah. Greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah. Mediocre, that just won't suffice. Keep myself grounded, that's a piece of me that I won't let go. No matter what level I reach, I promise to hold it close. Ain't gotta tell me this hitting different, man, I already know. How are you claiming we had a baby, we ain't never spoke? I don't be out here with random women on the road. They want a DNA test to prove it, I'm like, here you go. I could've saved you a bunch of time and told you the results. Looking for hush money from me, you ain't gon' get it though. Historic, rain on my parade, I keep walking and ignore it. Just part of the game, yeah, it comes with the territory. It's just another day, man, I'm used to it downpouring. It's nothing. If I did it, then I did it right. Yeah. This ain't happened for me overnight. Yeah.
I gotta
me,
pee
you gon' pay
really
the
bad.
price. Yeah. Down to business, I ain't playing nice. Yeah. So ahead of y'all, I'm out of sight. Yeah. When you poppin', they don't wanna slice. Yeah. Greed and envy, that's a part of life. Yeah. Mediocre, that just won't suffice. Do not need no introduction. Start my own, can't no one touch it. Became what they said I couldn't. Mediocre, that won't cut it. Life is a gift, I wanna live it to the fullest while I can. Why would I not wanna know my days in this game are numbered? Might as well enjoy the few years that I do have left. Who knows when I'ma write my last verse? I've been to hell and back ever since that first EP came out with all I have on it. I've been giving all I have, wasn't really prepared for the pain I was gonna have to go through to get to the end result that I knew I wanted. Hoped I would make an impact in rap. Has that been insane? Yes, but it was worth it. I can't imagine if I would've gave up and just turned my back on this music. Where would I be now? Don't know how I would've made it out from underneath that rainy cloud. Had my doubts, yes, but that's how I found my true purpose. If my surface looks great, who cares if underneath I'm hurting? If there's one thing I've learned in my life, it's that life is uncertain. Getting burned is unavoidable, isn't it? Ain't a person alive that hasn't been a victim of being lied to. We're all hypocrites, giving our 2 cents but not listening. All living in our own world, thinking that we're right when the fact of the matter is a closed mind is the mind of an idiot. Don't believe that's true? Well, open it.
Bum, 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 bum.
AOD champ.
Let's see the standings actually. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all just play. Hey. Oh, that move. So like, I mean, I played for Minnesota also. I just gotta make sure I click the right thing. I think I clicked fucking. Saturday football.
I ain't gonna pick up for no 100,000. I need a Billy trying to go and buy the public housing. Yeah, cut that stove on, my name hot like fajita play. I don't need a break. Told my partner crank that to the meter. Like Mr. P, who want it? No limit, who run it? Dreadhead, cool runners, GMF, good money.
Big dog out here going, no, yeah.
Please don't count on me coming. No, they don't want no problems. These problems.
It's week 15 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Bengals and the Vikings. Coming up next.
Coming up next. See me.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Don't matter. Get it.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here come the Bengals now to take over. As you get a peek at a man who entered the league in 2012 as a third-round draft pick, Nick Foles.
And no matter how many times it's said before, Nick Foles will always be linked first to Super Bowl 52 as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles and the game's MVP. Valued by many teams as a high-end backup, we also know that he's capable as a starter.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll rumble for about 5.
I just
Close to the 40.
hit my guy up.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 12 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And that score solidified his standing at the top of the touchdown chart. And right now, he's looking to finish this season strong with a few more.
In motion right here, Boyd. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Could have been so much better.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They've certainly had their struggles against the run, and the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it. I understand what you have to get done and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, a give to Mixon.
Oh.
He's still on his feet. And he is into the end zone. And the touchdown record is now all his. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in
I thought it was
scoring.
going down
And
right
another
there.
example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
You can stay out for the first half. How about that? Wait, shit, I was about to fucking pick her.
McPherson for the extra point.
Whoopsies.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Perfect, actually.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking,
Leading passer,
Kirk Cousins.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about, let's take that forward.
Nah, you're done.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Sam Hubbard, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. Pass long distance now, let's go to that play.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly.
Oh, shit.
Down.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on the punt for Minnesota. Back deep is Charlie Jones. And taken right on the 30. Jones breaking from the contact. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a lot of other things. but winning the division is paramount. You're right, they won't step off the gas here.
That's good for 20
He did not
yards.
slow down.
As a coach,
He
he absolutely
did
loves seeing
not.
defense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so
Shit.
far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Foles. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Back to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they use your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And it's incomplete.
Yes.
Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum. This is how you have your defense rounding into form. A shutout here in the late going, they're playing their best football at the exact right time.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage?
Overload
The crowd throwing lanes.
No.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Cousins. He'll swing this out wide to Gaskin. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here's Foles. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35.
Just pretty close.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. That's, you know, you only got 10, bitch.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Foles. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That was a well-deserved spike.
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
What?
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Double perfect.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession.
Let's tackle them in our touchdown. What does that mean?
Possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score it here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Madison running left, and he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. On the return is Jones. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to...
200.
Tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
We don't get anywhere. We don't get anywhere.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll look to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll set up a throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Fucking play, dude.
But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Oh, we're just dominating
Extra
them.
point by McPherson, up and good. And the round is on here in this first half.
Fuck out of here. Here.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now out comes Minnesota. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Here's Jones on the return. Fighting his way through contact. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of... And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
42.
Well, they got the ball
If I
in
had
great
not
field
done those
position.
kicking
One play
plays,
later, boom, end zone.
So much more. Kick right.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
There you go. Perfect.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. First down, here's Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lincoln, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Every time.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bengals have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
DJ Reader brought him down. 2 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Stop. Put it
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Some good-looking matchups on your screen there. One of the best, yeah, I'll say it, it's in Cleveland. A big test there for the Browns as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. The 4 o'clock games have some intrigue as well, especially up in Buffalo, where it'll be the Bills taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Finally, Monday Night Football. 2 of the most successful franchises of this new millennium. 8 Super Bowls between them. The Chiefs and Patriots from Foxborough. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff. And begin the third. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter, but you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
On third down, Cousins. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
And taken right at the 35. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. is continuing to adjust throughout the game because you know the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying to invest to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 57 yards. And the Bengals just continue to roll. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Vikings nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Jones on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now he's free to midfield and finally brought down at the 43. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll look to throw again. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Foles. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Jamar Chase, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are pouring it on. On the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now out comes Minnesota. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is fielded at the 27. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this 3rd quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario.
It's a sweet, what? It's a sweet, yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet, get that boy out of there. It's a sweet, get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's sweet. It's my time, I know Patty Philippe. They was yapping, I don't hear a peep. Yeah, I step through that spot, I don't creep. Yeah, we ain't on none of that. Can't call it lucky, I give it my all every day of the week. You know what I'm on. I see a crowd at the bottom, and with that I climb to the peak. Don't ride no red, but they know what I'm on, they address me as chief. I be dripping water like a reef, slid off with the bag, but I ain't no thief. It's a sweet, they ain't even have a chance. I've been locked on that cash in a trance. Hit the end zone and do my little dance. Yeah, your chick blowing kisses like Lance. You go tell your mans. It's a sweet, what? It's a sweet, yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet, get that boy out of there. It's a sweet, get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Get that boy out of there.
It's a sweep, do my dance, Mr. Clean. Game nice, but I play it so mean. Front line, I'm protecting the team. John Madden, yeah, I boom with the scheme. Dream chasing, I've been chasing the